Hey guys, welcome back to Digital Gigger. If you're new to this channel is about helping you get ahead in the digital economy and making more money. Today, I'm talking about how I took $1,000 from my savings account and threw it into the stock market.
Digital Gigger, work from anywhere in the gig economy.
So here's what I did. A few months ago, I mentioned to you guys that I have an account with Wealthsimple, which is a brokerage account here in Canada that doesn't charge any fees to trade. And I think the equivalent in the States would be the Robinhood app. So if you have the Robinhood app in the States, you can probably follow along what I did here in Canada with the Wealthsimple platform. And if you are in Canada and you're looking for a trading platform that is free of charge, this is not a sponsored video, but there is a link down in the description box below that you can get some free money for setting up an account through that link. So, getting back to my story. So I put $1,000 from my savings account into this trading account. If I had left those $1,000 in my savings account, it basically would have earned a 1 or 2% interest. Sometimes there's bonus interest, but most likely I would have made $1 or $2 from having $1,000 in my bank account for a month. Fair enough, but I thought I could do better with my money. So there are other investments that pay better rates than savings accounts. You could probably buy mutual funds or bonds or other things. But in this case, I thought, okay, let me try doing stock trading for a month. So here's the strategy that I used. Every day I would go into the app and look through the categories. You can actually go into different industries and pick stocks that way, or you can go to the top list and see what other people are trading and jump in on that if you'd like. Now I found that strategy to be a little bit tricky because it was a lot of penny stocks and things that I wouldn't get my money tied up into because I knew that there would be no chance of making my money back. So I stayed away from penny stocks or anything that was under basically $15. So stocks that were trading at lower than $15 I wouldn't jump into, and I stayed above 15 to actually $400 was the highest stock that I bought throughout the month. So by following the strategy, I was able to look at the stocks every day that I was interested in purchasing and seeing where they were at. So I would look at the 52-week high. That's the most important thing that I would look at first. Where did this stock trade in the last 52 weeks? Was it in the middle? Or was it at the top end, the bottom end? I wanted to know exactly where this stock would be trading the day that I was thinking of making the purchase. So if I saw that there was some room to grow and that it hadn't fallen down completely to the bottom, that it was somewhere in the middle of its 52-week low, then I would go ahead and purchase that stock, and I would hold it for the day. If I can get any slight gain, it didn't matter if it was a 50-cent gain or a dollar gain or whatever I can get by the end of the day, I would be happy to just sell that stock and get out of it and move on to the next one. So for the first week, and the other rule that I had set for myself was actually to cash out every time I made $25. So if I had $1,000 in the stock account, it reached $1,025, I would remove those $25 and continue to trade the $1,000 that I originally had put in, and I transfer those $25 back into my savings account. So the reason I did that was to kind of keep track of my gains and to force me to be more focused on making trades so that I can keep getting these gains and moving those $25 chunks out every few weeks or whatever it might take. So we did trades for about a week and I got $25. So I removed that and I continued to trade on. So in the second week I did another $25. So I was up to $50 in 2 weeks. Like I said at the beginning of the video, money in my bank account, I would earn maybe 1 to 2%. So I'd have $2 at the end of the month. I was already up to $50 within 2 weeks. So in my third week, here's where I had a bit of a challenge. There was a stock that I purchased that actually dipped really low, and if I sold it, I would lose my capital, recover it, and I would be down, and I didn't want to do that. So I held on to that stock, hoping that the price would go up enough that either I was going to have a small loss or that I was going to be able to sell it for slightly a little bit more than what I paid for it and get out with a bit of a gain. So it took over a week for that stock to rebound, and it did, and I sold it and I got out and I was able to make money on that stock. But that was the trickiest part, was that you never know if a stock is just going to dip, especially when you're just randomly buying stocks like I was doing without much research. I was just looking at numbers, but I didn't know anything about these companies or what the market had in the news about them. So I really didn't know. So at the end of the third week, I was down, but then I kind of recovered, and now I had to continue to trade like crazy to be able to get to the next level and get those $25 out again. So I'm into my fourth week. I was able to recover, and I got into my third withdrawal, so I had $75. So in a month, I was able to take those $1,000 and turn it to $75 in profit, and I was able to kind of get an understanding of how the market fluctuates and how to time it, and I hopefully get better at doing stock trades in the future. It's something that I really enjoyed doing for the last month, but there was some risk to it. So, but still, I'm pretty happy at the results after a month to be up $75 in the stock market, not have lost any money, and be ahead of what I would have had if I'd kept that money in my savings account. So I'm up $75. I'm happy, and I hope that this shows you guys that this shows you that you can think outside of the box and sometimes make money in different ways than just your traditional 9-to-5 jobs. That there are little things that you can do here and there that bring some income into your bank account, and this was one of them for me. So I'm ahead $75. I'm pretty happy. And if you guys like this type of content, if you like to be entrepreneurial, you like to learn about different ways to make money online through the gig economy, whatever it might be, that's what we do on this channel, and we share it with you guys. And if you're part of the digital gigger community, by subscribing to the channel, hitting those like buttons, and sharing the videos, the community grows, and sometimes you get some great feedback in the comments about some of the stuff we're talking about, and that helps us all. So I hope to see you guys in the next video, and keep reaching, keep doing whatever it takes to make that extra money, because you know it's out there and it can be found. And I just walked away with $75 in a month, so I'm pretty happy with that, off just one little idea that I had. So go for it, guys, and we'll see you guys in the next one. Have a great day, guys.